amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a fantastic Doctor Who Big Finish review. Of course, I'm reviewing Doctor Who Vampire Weekend from the 13th Doctor Adventures Series 1 Volume 1. And this is where we get very interesting because it is a very good start for the 13th Doctor Adventures through Big Finish. I didn't know what I was letting myself in for. Now, Thomas Stevens did try to tell me a couple of months when this came out back in July, like, oh, it's a really good story, you're going to love it. And I'm like, no, I prefer to buy the physical media. I prefer to buy the CDs and let me listen to them on CDs than me buying the download versions. So I prefer the CDs. There's just something about physical media I absolutely love. And he told me I was going to love this audio adventure and the 9th Doctor Adventure Series 4 Volume 1 Snow, which I haven't really listened to yet. I've only just dived into the 13th Doctor Adventures because I want to get, by the end of this month, basically the second release of the 13th Doctor Adventures, basically the Return of the Doctor, because that trailer really makes it sound really good. And Vampire Weekend, it's a really great start to the 13th Doctor Adventures, written by Tim Foley. And what can I say about it? Well, it's a very, very Chibnall story, and I mean that most fits inside it. It does feel very much a story from the Chibnall era. I think this will definitely be a perfect time to listen again for Halloween, because again, it does contain vampires, and vampires are a big part of Halloween. So it is a good story. And I really think they should have released this one round about for October. But again, though, we got that creepy Christopher Eccleston one coming out next month, and that is the perfect one for Halloween as well. So what can I say about the Vampire Weekend? So we start off with basically Yaz driving two of her friends to her friend Gina's, basically Hendu, and when they all get there, and they literally bump into everybody else, including Gina's nan, who basically doesn't really have a name apart from being called Gina's nan. I do quite enjoy the story, because when Yaz is there and they think Gina's turned up and the Doctor's there going, surprise! I was going to say that. And I love how it literally kicks into the 13th Doctor's theme. God, I absolutely don't know what I miss about the 13th Doctor's theme. I don't know if I love the beat from it, but I really enjoy it, and I really like the 13th Doctor's theme. It's definitely one of my favourite from the modern era. So to actually listen to it on CD is absolutely brilliant. And of course we get into the adventure, and I love how basically the Doctor has two chickens named Ian and Barbara, which is a really great kind of reference to Ian and Barbara, the first Doctor companions, where she goes, Ian, Barbara. I really love that. And it was like, she's actually named chickens after the two humans she kidnaps in the first incarnation. I love that. I love that. There's moments in this audio where Jodie Whittaker really feels like the Doctor. Now, the one thing about the Chibnall era, she doesn't have many doctorish moments. And in the audio, I can actually picture her reaction to the way she was on screen, but I can feel more doctory from her. So it really means that, you know what, if it's not written by Chris Chibnall, the stories are a lot better. And again, this is written by Tim Foley, who has done some amazing stories from the classic range of the Doctors and from the monthly range, and I really loved it. I absolutely loved it. There are moments. I love the fact when the Doctor and Yaz are there talking, and basically they realise that they're trapped inside a force field, and the Doctor basically admits, it's my fault this creature's here because I've been tracing around the galaxy since I left you, picked up Ian and Barbara, trying to stop a ancient vampire. And I like how Yaz goes, vampires aren't real, are they? Yes, they are, because my race fought against them during the Dark Times. As we all know, the Time Lords did fight against vampires in State of Decay, and of course it was mentioned back then that Rassilon with Time Lord bow ships kind of led the war with the great vampires, and it's a great way to kind of continue that storyline. So it's actually quite nice that the Doctor is fighting more than one vampire out there, and I really hope that Big Finish dives into more vampire mythology since State of Decay. It really gives me very much like State of Decay feels, and the vampire does something a little bit different. It doesn't drain the blood. It drains people so they can tell the truth, and that's when they actually do become vampires themselves, because it leaves bite marks on the neck and it doesn't drain the blood. It makes them tell the truth, and it's a very unique kind of design, which I really enjoyed. Now, the vampire is basically Yaz's grandma's dog. Not Yaz's, Gina's grandma's dog. So it's like, oh, okay. So when we think the dog's died, it turns out to be one of the chickens. And basically, the Doctor is very devastated to find out one of the chickens, aka I think it's Barbara, is like, you've killed Barbara! And Ian, the chicken Ian, is just there trying to fight it. And she goes, go on, chicken Ian. The Doctor does get bitten herself in this audio adventure by the vampire. And of course, she goes back to tries to find a cure. And she does cure everybody. And of course, she goes back through time and space to everywhere the vampire went before and kind of gave it the cure. Kind of give them all the cure, so everyone is nice and happy and the vampire's been defeated. And it is a really great audio adventure, and by the end of it, everyone has forgotten about the vampire, forgotten about the events, apart from the Doctor and Yaz. And that's when the Doctor leaves at the end, and I love that TARDIS materialization sound. I really love it. I don't know which one I prefer. I don't know if I prefer the 8th Doctor's one, because it does have the TV movie effect with it. So that's a little bit about the plot of the story, really. The 13th Doctor fights against the great vampire. I honestly have to admit, I personally enjoy this audio. It's one I would like to go back for Halloween, and I really will do. I think I would definitely go back and listen to this one for Halloween. It's definitely one of the stories I would like to watch and listen to. I mean, for watch-wise, I mean, for Halloween, there's Pyramids of Mars, The Brain of Morbius. There's the Claws of Axos, which is very like vampire type stuff with Axos draining the Earth's power core. The Seas of Doom is another good one to watch. Horror of Van Rock is another good one. The Empty Child of the Doctor Dance is another good one for Halloween. Vampire Weekend, definitely a perfect listening to for Halloween. It's got the fantastic creepy moments, which I really enjoyed with the Doctor Who twist. The 13th Doctor, played by Jodie Whittaker, she is very different for Big Finish. The voice is still very the same, but I think I might enjoy Jodie's run. I'm not a big Jodie fan from the TV stories because I don't like Series 11, even though Series 11 has got some really great stories. Series 12 is definitely her strongest, and Series 13 is her strongest, apart from a very, very weak ending. And The Power of the Doctor is still one of my favourite episodes of Doctor Who from Modern Who, because I really love Jodie Whittaker in that story. And this really feels like, you know what, it could become a really good run for Big Finish. I really think I might appreciate the 13th Doctor a lot more, like I do for Colin Baker, and more importantly from Paul McGann. Because I really do appreciate Paul McGann, and I really do appreciate Colin Baker. So hopefully Big Finish does redeem Jodie through that way. Amanda Gillip as Yasmin Khan, definitely brilliant. She's still the same as she was on screen. And the fact this literally takes place after Revolution of the Daleks, where basically Yaz becomes very a strong, willing companion. And then, of course, you got the mentions to, like, Graham and Ryan that have kind of gone and done their own separate things since they left the TARDIS, which is like, yeah, okay, I really enjoyed it. It's a really great way, definitely to beach the gap in between Revelation of the Daleks and Flux. I really enjoyed it. I mean, Vampire Weekend, oh man, it's so good. It really is. So more importantly, how do I rank and rate Doctor Who Vampire Weekend of the 13th Doctor Adventures? And it's a 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I don't know what it is about the story, but I really enjoyed it. There's some moments I absolutely laughed in it, like with the chickens called Ian and Barbara. I really love the bit with the Doctor and Yaz when the kind of conflict about the vampire. I love Yaz's friends. They all very much make me laugh in their own separate ways. I just really loved it. I really did love it. It's such a fantastic little audio adventure for the 13th Doctor and Yaz. And it's only 60 minutes. Yeah, only 60 minutes. So basically, it's like a length of a full TV length story. And it's no wonder I enjoyed it. It's really brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Such a great story. So it's definitely a 10 out of 10. But I'm going to have to give this one just an A+. It's not as amazing as other Big Finishes where I'm going to literally go, it's an A+++++++++. It's definitely A+, just a standard A+. It's a really great story. I cannot wait to listen to the return of the Doctor for the 13th Doctor Adventures. I'm hoping we get a bit more stories away from the Earth. because this story is set on Earth. The next story feels like it's going to be set on Earth. So I'm hoping when we get to the third audio adventure with Jodie, please can we just have an alien planet story. I love alien planets. The description of alien planets with Big Finish is absolutely stunning. So yeah, Doctor Who, the Vampire Weekend. What can I say about it? Well, it's brilliant. I honestly enjoyed it. But more importantly, let me know in the comments, what do you think of Doctor Who, the Vampire Weekend? Please join me for more awesome Doctor Who Big Finish reviews coming out over the next couple of weeks, as I pretty much have a lot. And I kind of forgot to do 2 unboxing videos because 2 Big Finishes have arrived. So I got this one came today, the art of the Theatre of War, and the Colin Baker one with Caution Vortex and Caution Fire, Caution Ice and Caution Fire, which has arrived, and it is in the monthly range. But I kind of forgot to do the unboxing video because I've done a lot of unboxing videos for them, but there will be reviews for them coming up pretty soon. So join me for more awesome Doctor Who content, more awesome Doctor Who Big Finish reviews, and more importantly, stay absolutely fantastic.